Northeastern University is a global institution. Our students, faculty, and staff hail from all over the world. Experiential learning programs take our students to 136 countries and to all continents, including Antarctica. Right now, students are working on the next generation of robots and artificial intelligence at industry-leading companies. They are also working at startups, including their own, and transforming communities around the world with NGOs. They are in major cities and rural communities. They are at large corporations and small nonprofits. They are on athletic fields, in research labs, and of course, in classrooms. Our world-class faculty are solving real-world global challenges at the frontiers of scientific discovery and across disciplines, including cybersecurity, network science, global resilience, and drug discovery. Our staff are helping students reach their full potential and inspire them to reach higher every day. They and you are a part of the Northeastern family. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Northeastern University's Parent and Family Weekend 2017. And to today's presentation, Networked for Life. Today's special guests are Carly and Kevin Parlato, Louis and Maxine Dumortier, Andrew and Peter Hughes, and a very special guest, President Joseph Aoun. And now, please welcome your host, a double husky, Binja Basimika.
Okay, we're going to do a quick exercise. Before I introduce myself, I know you're wondering, who is she, right? So we'll get there. I'm going to split the room in half. So everybody this way, I want you to shout north. Everybody that way, I want you to shout eastern. How many people have been to the doghouse or to a hockey game, right? All right, and I know it's 11 o'clock. We got to warm it up. So here we go. This half, north. This half, east. North, eastern, north, eastern, north, eastern. I love it. Thank you. Give yourself such a hand. That's awesome. Awesome. I'm so excited. It's such an honor and a privilege to be in front of you guys. Like the announcer said, my name is Binja Basimike. I'm a double husky. I also go by African Cocktail. And the reason is very simple. I'm half Kenyan, half Congolese, and I have been at Northeastern for about 9 years. They're never going to get rid of me. Never. I am a two-time grad from the Bouvet College of Health Sciences. Any Bouvet babies out there? Okay. There's always a bunch of us. I will represent for all of us. And right now, I am in the health IT field. So I work as a health IT consultant here in Boston. I did one co-op, and my co-op was at Dana-Farber. Completely loved it. I'm still in touch with a lot of the folks there, the president, Edward Benz, and I loved it. And so enough about me. Like I said, I know, today's about parents and families, and I wanted to show a couple of pictures of my siblings too. These are my sisters. I'm one of 7 kids, so we couldn't fit everybody on here. So I just picked the 2 that I actually like. They're no favorites. I take that back. That's my sister, and we were in Uganda. She lived in a city called Jinja, and she worked for an NGO. And that's my younger sister. She's actually a junior right now, and yeah. We're just a bunch of Congolese folk that love to travel. So nobody lives where we're from, which is an interesting thing. Every time somebody says, so where are you from? I'm like, such a tricky question. But I'm not the only one. Actually, hold on, before I continue, where's my dad? Guys, isn't he cool? Yeah, he's my hero. You guys are so generous. But again, enough about me. How many people know carpool karaoke? Have you heard of the show? Oh, this is the right room. I knew it, guys. These are my people, AJ. These are my people. So, Northeastern, being as innovative as we are and as creative as we are, came up with our own spin on things. Do you guys want to take a look? I can't hear it. Do you want to take a look? All right, roll tape.
Hey, you want to come for a ride? If you had to like pinpoint 3 things on campus, off campus, really anything, what are you most excited about being here at Northeastern?
Well, there's a lot of reasons, but one major thing is the diversity.
The openness of the programs, of being able to study abroad and being able to combine majors.
I need one more from you.
Learning.
That was the most sarcastic thing I think I've ever heard.
And also the co-op program is amazing. Yes.
Would you mind if we, turn on some tunes? I brought some
Seatbelts! Again. Welcome to the land of famous us. Am I gonna fit in?
Jumped in the crowd, here I am for the first time. Look to my left, and it's all right. This is all so crazy. Everybody seems so famous.
My tummy's turning and I'm feeling kinda homesick. Too much pressure and I'm nervous.
When the taxi cab turned on the radio
and the Jay-Z song was on. Hey, you want to go for a ride? What college you in here?
I'm in CSIS.
CCIS, maybe?
Whoops.
Yeah, that's
there you go.
What are you both studying here at Northeastern?
Definitely the people. The diversity is like unreal.
You're studying the people.
Yeah. Oh, I like what you like the most.
No,
Sorry.
studying. I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me.
Galileo, Figaro.
So you think you have to list one thing, what are you most excited about for Northeastern?
The opportunity to sing like this. Alright, yep.
Just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just own the night like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you're worth. Make it go as you shoot across the sky. Yes. Welcome to Northeastern. Glad to have you.
Awesome. Alright. This is my exit? Yeah. Alright.
Oh, can we get a hand for them? My favorite thing, guys, is that James Corden is going to be one of our headliners in 2 weeks for homecoming. Oh my God, so we get this in real life. I'm so excited. I just wanted to give him a shout out. So, hashtag African Cocktail. How y'all doing? So we have a great program for you today, guys. And we're thrilled to welcome families and siblings, aunts and uncles, everybody alike. We're so excited that you chose, to take the time and come and stop by and visit with us. And, we want to highlight a couple of students who have multiples at Northeastern. That's the most interesting part that I find in today's celebration is that, not only are we celebrating families, but we get to highlight siblings and see how they get to make their Northeastern experience. So I want to throw up a couple of siblings that I've gotten to know over the past couple of days. The Rizzo family. These are identical twin brothers, Nicholas and Matthew. This is them at graduation. One was valedictorian, one was salutatorian, and they're both here as first-year engineering majors. We also have fraternal twin sisters, Haley and Jenny, and they're on the women's soccer team, and they both graduate in May. And then we also have sisters, Nensa Krua and Gifty Brisbane, and these are student leaders on campus, and they are with the Northeastern's John D. O'Brien African American Institute. They're leaders in that institute, and don't you just love how vibrant their outfits are? So lastly, we have the Moy family, and we get a three-for here, guys. We have Tiffany, Andrew, and Benjamin, and they're all enrolled at Northeastern. So those are pretty amazing students, right? Can we get a hand for them? Awesome, awesome. So, I'm testing this thing out as a host, and I figured we've met a couple of students virtually. How about we meet some in person? What do you guys say? Are you guys ready for that? Let's meet a couple of siblings. I can't hear you. I absolutely can't hear you. Are you ready? Are you ready? Awesome, awesome. All right, bringing them out. Come on out, Peter. And bring out your brother Andrew with you. Here we go, guys. Welcome them. Let's give them a hand. Hey, guys. Hi, how you doing? Hey. Welcome. Welcome. All right, next up, we have Louis and Maxime Dumortier. I'm also francophone. Bonjour, les gars. Ça va? Ça va? See, this is what I love about Northeastern. You never know who's walking down the hall from you, right? Alors, les gars, asseyez-vous. Ça va? Ça va très bien? OK, on continue. Next, we have two other siblings, Carly and Kevin. Come on out, guys. Come on out.
As we walk on by.
All right, let's vibe it up. Let's vibe it up. Yes. Oh, this is so exciting. Should I forget to introduce somebody? My main man, AJ, the DJ. High five, AJ. How you doing? How you doing? He's from the UK. So we figured we'd just bring it all global, right? This is who we are as Northeastern. We're a global institution. We have campuses both nationally and internationally. And, I feel like we're representative of that. Don't you agree? Awesome, awesome. All right, guys. So let's do this. I want you guys to introduce yourselves, tell us your majors, and then we'll take it from there. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Max. I'm from Brussels, Belgium, third year here at Northeastern, majoring in psychology.
Hi everybody, my name is Louis, also from Brussels, Belgium. I'm a senior here at Northeastern. I'm studying marketing and management.
Hey everyone, my name's Peter. I'm from Concord, Mass. I'm a senior here, majoring in business.
I'm Andrew Hughes. I'm also from Concord, Mass. I am a second-year mechanical engineering student.
My name's Kevin Parlato. I'm a second-year mechanical engineering student as well.
Hi everybody, I'm Carly. I'm a fifth-year mechanical engineering student, and we're from Jersey.
It's like important. So let me get this out of the way, okay? Because like I said, I am fourth of 7 kids, and my firstborn brother does not let us forget that he's the oldest kid. So who here is the original? Who actually chose Northeastern is where I'm going? Who chose that first? All right, all the originals. Okay. I see you guys over there hesitant. What's the hesitation?
Oh, we just had a sister actually who was here first, so she's the original.
3 times, guys.
Yeah, so I think she's watching as well, so how's it going? But
oh, I love that. Oh, that's right, we're streaming. Say hi to our streaming family, guys. Okay, perfect. So now that we have that out, everybody feeling good?
Feeling great.
Are you excited?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go. So what is it that made you guys enroll at Northeastern? So I know that you're from Jersey, you guys are from Concord, all the way from Belgium. Why did you choose Northeastern?
I mean, one of the reasons why I chose it is, one of the huge ones is obviously co-op. And I'm sure everybody here, that was at the top of the list on why you guys came here was because of co-op, and everyone will say that on this panel too. But also, I was looking for personally to go to engineering school that wasn't only for engineers. There was other stuff, we have DeMoore McKim, the business school, and so I didn't want to go to engineering only. And obviously, Northeastern checked that box for me. So that was something that I really liked. And then when you pair that with co-op and you pair that with just the really strong academics that are here, it made it a pretty easy choice for me.
Awesome, that's good to know. What about you, Carly?
Boston is just a great city. It's fun whenever you're out. Woo,
I like that.
You're out at an event. Yeah, Boston. Yeah, you're out at an event and like the first question is, what school do you go to? Not like, what's your major? Because there are just so many other schools that you're constantly interacting with. It's fun.
And I went because she told me how good it was.
Awesome, awesome. So I heard co-op go around a little bit, but before we get to co-op, I just wanted to talk about the curriculum a little bit. So I know you're from the DeMoore McKim School of Business. How is it that you find like the curriculum, the professors that you have, how have they helped you in choosing, I don't know, in being to this place? Because I know some of you are about to graduate. How do you find that they've been able to guide you to get to this portion of your life?
So the professors for DeMoore McKim for me have been absolutely fantastic. I'm a dual concentration with information systems and supply chain management, and those are two of the smaller concentrations that we have in DeMoore McKim. So being able to have the same professor multiple semesters back to back and building that real personal connection through good times and bad times as well. Being able to kind of know your professors more on a personal level is fantastic. And I have relationships now on co-op where I can reach out to them for advice or anything that I need, really.
Awesome, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so one of my professors just helped me through one of the most difficult full-time interview processes I've ever gone through. And he ran through this whole presentation with me, easily sunk like 3 hours into prepping, and I got the job. So the professors, I can't speak enough to how great they are.
How about you, Louis?
No, I mean, everything's pretty much been said, but just to add on to it, you know, you're so supported in the school. Everyone's always there for you. As your years go by as well, you learn to network and you really keep those connections with professors. I mean, I still sometimes email some old professors that I've had, and that's something that I never thought I would have done before in the past, but you really build connections with these people and you know, just overall, just building that family that you can have at Northeastern.
Oh, nice. I like that. I'm the same way. I have professors that have become mentors. I'm about 5 years out from graduation at this point, and what you're saying is completely true. You know, you get networked for life here at Northeastern, and yeah, I think we can take a quick pivot over to you guys. What is it that made you choose Northeastern all the way from Belgium, you know? I mean, I'm speaking as the African person in the room. I know are we out here? Are we out here? But I know it's always such an adjustment. You know, you could be from Concord, Mass, and that's also an adjustment. So what was it like for you guys? What has helped you stay, you know?
I mean, I'm the third sibling to go here, so when I was applying to colleges, all I heard was Northeastern, Northeastern, Northeastern. So I only heard good things about it. I had to come when I got accepted, you know?
Yeah, I mean, again, you know, our sister was here first, but just you learn about the co-op, you hear the co-op, it's dropped. It's an amazing thing, and it really is. But there's just so much more to it as well. You know, it's just such a fantastic community. There's so much diversity. The city, as Carly mentioned, is just a fantastic city. I personally was just looking for the East Coast as well, just to be closer to home, and just Boston was just a place was part of that list, and it just turned out to be the best option for me.
Closer is relative, guys. It's relative. And a little buddy told me that Kevin, you actually started globally and then came local. Okay,
yeah,
talk about that.
I did my first semester in Melbourne, Australia, part of the NUIN program. And as you know, in Australia, everything can kill you. So I did find a spider in my apartment, and usually I'm a pacifist, but it's real out there, so I had to do it. And then I looked it up, and it was actually venomous, so I'm very happy I did. But the culture in Australia is amazing. I was crossing things off my bucket list. I'm just like, I'm way too young to be crossing this off. We went to Cairns, which is in northern Australia, and we scuba dived the Great Barrier Reef. And we did a night dive, and it was like pitch black underwater. And it was kind of spooky, but it was really cool. And then afterwards, I found out that there were sharks everywhere. So now I could say I scuba dived with sharks, but yeah, it was a great time.
Awesome, awesome. So with regards to starting school over in Melbourne and then coming in, did you find that the transition was difficult, or was it seamless?
It was definitely different. We had a really good friend group, especially, I don't know, I think the Australia kids, we really bonded. I mean, it's like we shared this experience, and it was really like this camaraderie I don't think you could get anywhere else.
Right.
And so we're all friends now. We room together. We go out together. We study together. Really fun.
Awesome, awesome. So I want to take it back down to a local Northeastern campus in Boston. Are you guys involved in the same activities? Do you take classes together? Has anybody had lab together yet? I feel like that's a huge asset. If I had a sibling, give me the notes.
So we're involved in a lot of the same activities, and we have a class together, and we're lab partners together.
We are lab partners.
We didn't expect all of this to happen. Whoops. Yeah, we do Generate and Hyperloop together.
Awesome. And I know you're in a frat.
Yes, so when I came to the school, it's a big school, it's not a small school, so it was kind of overwhelming for me. I don't know about the rest here. For me, it was kind of overwhelming. So I joined Kappa Sigma fraternity here at Northeastern, and it was a great way to just narrow down the group of people who I talked to the most. They became my best friends and everything, and it really helped me adapt to the city and the school in general.
All right. So for now, you know, they sound like they're siblings that have it together, but in true Northeastern fashion, we got to throw some creativity into this, right? And so, you know, our team here put together a short video. We quizzed them. How well do you really know your sibling? Let's take a look at what they said. Come on, guys. Roll.
We brought in 3 pairs of siblings for a pop quiz. Put a divider between the 2.
Okay.
And placed one of them in the hot seat.
Got it. All right, I'm going in the hot seat.
We then asked the same series of questions to find out just how well they know each other.
I don't know which one you're putting for this.
Oof.
It's time to play Know Your Sibling. What color eyes does Peter have?
Eyes are tough.
Gorgeous isn't a color.
How tall is Max?
What he says or what he actually is?
Favorite TV show?
Oh, wow. Favorite TV show. All right, well, I remember in like 8th grade, it was Grey's Anatomy, and I was really embarrassed by that.
Huh.
It's time to take away the dividers and see how we did.
Hey, buddy.
Hello?
I like the other view better.
Let's get started.
I think I got this one right.
Ready?
3, 2, 1, flip.
Go. Nice work.
Sure.
Okay, thank God.
Oh, decimals on this one.
Decimal.
On the
Point
inches.
Okay. Go. No, why do you lie when you say 6'2"?
Oh, it is. Oh, I mean, here's 6'2". I think that's a good number.
Wow, I actually gave you the benefit of the doubt here.
5'10.5.
5'11".
That's a stretch.
No, it's not.
That's a huge
you
stretch.
round up at the
That's a
very
huge
least.
stretch.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, you really took the short and easy way out, didn't you?
1, 2, 3, go. The winky face. Thumbs up?
Yeah.
Come on.
Dude, I don't do that anymore.
This one was not easy, but I think I got it.
1, 2, 3, go. Taylor Swift.
Really?
You're just angry because you got it wrong.
3, 2, 1. What is that squiggle?
About?
Oh, you did
know
approximately.
what a tilde is.
Wow.
Are you an engineer?
No, you could tell she is though.
1, 2, 3, go. I have a party. There's a lot
I
of.
don't have that song.
What is that?
That's a Disney
Zippity doo dah.
Yeah.
From which
That's
film?
embarrassing, that's why.
From which film?
Go.
The other guys?
That's not spelled right, first off.
Yeah. It's,
Up top.
Looks pretty.
you better not get this one wrong.
3, go. Psychology? Psychology,
Easy
brilliant.
one.
Do you even know me? You've gotten more wrong than you have right.
1, flip.
3, go.
If you go to Northeastern, you have to get this.
one.
You have to.
It is Northeastern.
Don't get this one
No,
wrong.
I won't, and I have to make up for the other ones.
2, 1.
Hey, what happened there, Kev? So did you put the number first and then?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
3,
Fix.
0,
All
5
is
to 15.
forgiven.
There you go. Go.
Solo dolo.
Yeah. Nice work. My hand's all clammy.
And the winner, with the least amount of wrong answers, is
What are you doing?
Kevin and Carly.
Are we trying to win? Is this?
Yeah. We're trying to win.
Thanks for playing Know Your Sibling.
All right. In all honesty, I love how offended he looked and his brother didn't know. Really? Really? So let's get back into it. Let's talk about life on campus. How do you feel like you found your place here? What is it? I know you mentioned frat life. Was it through sports? Do any of you play any sports?
Yeah, so I'm on the lacrosse team here. We're club, so we don't have a varsity team, but so the club team's pretty serious. Our whole league consists of only teams that don't have varsity teams. So the club team is like the highest lacrosse team at the school. We play like BC, UNH, UConn, URI, Buffalo is our league. So it's a lot. I mean, we have practice like 3-4 times a week, but I met a lot of good friends through it, and it's just a good chance to play like the game I've been playing my whole life that I love to play. So it's really pretty awesome, and it's set up well. My coach is really understanding, especially like about academics coming first in season, and especially in the off season. So it's pretty good. I'm really happy that I do it. I recommend club sports as a way to like meet a lot of friends and definitely narrow the scope of a big school like this.
How else are you guys settling in? And I know some of you at the very end, are there any tips, anything that you can say, like, this really helped you?
I mean, yeah, coming from across the pond, really, there was a big culture shock at first, and I found comfort in meeting people that I knew from actually high schools that I played sports against with back in high school, and just other international people, and that's just kind of how I found my way. People that were going through the same culture shock as I was. So, but again, there's so many different people, and there's so much diversity in the school that you're going to find a group of people or an interest that a shared interest with others that you're going to be able to really settle in very quickly.
Yeah, definitely. Like, there are so many activities. Go and join what you're interested in. Don't be worried. Be like, oh, my friend doesn't want to do this with me. Like, go do it, and you will find your friends there. If you don't do it, you'll regret it. That's where I am right now, like wishing I joined these activities earlier.
Yeah, and I know there are over 250 clubs, just clubs here. So there's plenty of opportunity, especially if you're looking to be an entrepreneur and you're not necessarily in Damore McKim. That's not to stop you. We have IDEA. There are plenty of clubs. I don't know if any of you participated in any entrepreneurship endeavors on campus, but there's so many opportunities, guys, that you have to just, take advantage. So I've heard co-op as a theme, and I know many of you are like, wait, so how do I apply co-op? How does this work? So I know 3 of you at least have been on co-op. If you don't mind, let's talk a little bit about that experience for you.
So I'll start it off. I'm actually currently on co-op now. I work for a company owned by IBM called Blue Wolf over in Cambridge, actually. And I would just say, we all talked about it earlier today, but the amount of responsibility that you're given on co-op by the various employers that we have here, it's really amazing, and it's definitely different. I've done internships in the past, and it's definitely a lot more responsibility. We do Salesforce consulting, so it's software consulting, and I've been on site with a client for the past month, like Fortune 200 company, and those people don't even realize that I'm on co-op. They think I'm a full-time employee, so we don't tell them. But it's a lot. It's a lot of responsibility, but it's experience that is invaluable at the end of the day. So.
Yeah, I'll just pick off of that. There's so much variety in positions as well that you can choose from. My first co-op was in a very small dental implant company. I was a sales associate, like 75 employees. So I could really see the hierarchy on how my work affected the next person. I was very close to the CEO. And then my second position was at Liberty Mutual Insurance, 50,000 plus employees, so completely different. And even though I didn't, with those 2 co-ops, really realize exactly what I want to do with my life, I learned what I don't want to do. Which is very helpful as well. Going on in the future is very important to know, and I'm very grateful I have that knowledge now.
Yeah, what about you, Carly?
So I was on a first robotics team in high school, so I knew I wanted to do like as much stuff with robotics as I possibly could. My first co-op was doing surgical robotics with a medical device company, and then I wanted to do things related to space, so I applied for NASA JPL, and I got it, and I got to work on the Mars 2020 rover mission.
She said space. I'm just...
It was an incredible experience. And these are co-ops that they're already set up, so you just have to apply to them through the job portal, and there are opportunities that are available to you that are just not available to other students at other schools. And my last one was with Google, working on the device just launched. It's called Google Clips. It's an artificially intelligent camera, and that was honestly a little creepy, but it was cool.
I like it when she goes from robotics to a little creepy. That changed real quick. And it's interesting because we have, President Aoun here with us, and he will be able to tell us, how will we survive this creepy environment. But we'll get to that. So just to round this off, any job offers Anyone heard from, because I know we have 3 seniors, so let's see how this turned out for you guys. How are we doing in the job offer space?
Pick it up.
I actually turned down a job offer this week. I'm
Only Northeastern kids.
trying to work at the co-op that I currently work at, and hopefully that'll be happening later, but that's the plan right now for me.
Yeah, I've still got time to make some decisions, but after co-op, I received job offers, which is just fantastic to have that opportunity and have that freedom, like that free mindset going into graduation.
So I was offered a full-time back at Google, but through the Hyperloop competition, I met people at SpaceX, and I ended up applying to there, and that was the presentation that my professor helped me with. So I'll be going to SpaceX after work. I signed last week. Really excited.
This just makes me such a proud Husky, you know? From co-oping at NASA to conducting engineering research, you know, these students are doing really amazing things. And so recently, some students tested out some cutting edge tech, guys. I mean, you know where you are at this point. So not only did they test it out, but we had to film it, right? Reactions, people, reactions. So let's roll tape. Let's roll tape and see what that was like.
So just like
Ask a question? Okay.
we are ready to roll.
Is it on? I can see them, they cannot see me.
Sound 6.
You want to start?
Hi, Alexa.
Hi, my name is Alex.
Who was the president of Colombia in 2003?
Why is it important to you to know?
Because I want to know for my history lesson.
So why don't you research it yourself? Do you like Adidas?
Yes, I love Adidas.
Could you show me your Adidas shoes now?
Oh, okay. How?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah. Alex, have you met my friend Dan?
Hello, Dan.
Hello, Alex.
You have a nice voice too. Do you sing?
What do you want me to sing?
Something that you like.
I like country music. Oh, yes.
Who is your favorite robot?
Rumba. Do you know Rumba?
No.
Rumba is a robot that vacuums, and I danced with Rumba. That's too fast. Could you move slowly and get closer to the machine? Nice, very nice.
Love a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night. Pair of jeans that fit just right. And my radio up.
This is beautiful.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind.
I would like to ask you a question in Spanish. Would you be able to respond to that?
Try it.
¿Cuál es la capital de Colombia?
You're asking me for the capital of Colombia.
I am.
All right, so what did you guys think?
I thought it was really cool how it was like more conversational, like kind of responded like a person would.
What did you think about the voice?
I was really surprised because I thought Alex would be intelligent, but I didn't think he would be clever.
Hello, guys. How are you? What are you all doing there?
We are talking to Alex.
Did you like Alex?
Yes. Wait, are you Alex? Are you?
So do you know who I am?
Yes, President.
So I tricked you. Welcome to Northeastern.
Don't show my singing.
I love it. I love it. So our next guest is, see, I actually had to get out of my seat, a very special one. I feel like I've known this man since we met in Ivy and back in the day when Ivy was still a brand new building. And every time I meet with him, I test how many languages I can say hi to him in. He's just a linguist. It's insane. And so I want us to rise up and welcome not only the leader and the president of the college, however, He's a new author, guys. I don't know how many of you know that he's a brand new author of Robot Proof, Higher Education in the Age of Artificial Intelligence. So, not only is he President Aoun, but he's also the author, President Aoun. So, let's rise and help me welcome President Joseph Aoun.
How are you? Hey guys, you did well. Hi Benja, please be seated. Thank you very much.
Awesome. So this is a big one for me because not only am I excited about this book, guys, but we get to actually hear from you. So how about you help us through it? So why did you write the book?
You heard that many of our students are focusing on artificial intelligence and robotics. Smart machines are getting smarter and are displacing many jobs, making them obsolete. As a matter of fact, various studies that you must have heard of are projecting that in the next 20 years, 50% of the jobs we know are going to disappear. And some of you are responsible for this situation. Carly, I'm looking at you. Therefore, the purpose of education is to make people robot-proof for life. And that's the theme of this book. Then the question becomes, how can we make people robot-proof for life? The first aspect is when we look at our undergraduate students. We are saying to all our undergraduate students, you need to master what we call humanics. What is humanics? Humanics is a mastery of 3 literacies. A tech literacy, you need to understand machines, how they work, coding, etc. You need to understand how to interact with machines. That's the first literacy. The second one is data literacy, because machines now are generating such an enormous amount of data that we need to understand how to navigate that. So tech literacy, information literacy, and the third is human literacy. If machines are going to displace us, what are the domains that are unique to human beings that cannot be displaced by a machine? Creativity, entrepreneurship, cultural agility, the global aspect, the ability to be empathetic, to be ethical, to work with other people. So what we're asking our students is to really integrate the 3 literacies. Now, when I mention that, people ask me often, well, how do you study creativity and entrepreneurship? And that's, all these human attributes that you focused on. And the answer is very simple. It is not enough to have a course in creativity or in entrepreneurship. You don't become an entrepreneur like that. Or you don't become global like that. You don't become empathetic like that. That's the beauty of what we do here, which is experiential education. In order to master these literacies, you need to really practice that through co-ops, through the dialogue of civilizations, through research, through the club activities, because they will allow you to hone those skills, the attributes, and to integrate them. So in order to be robot-proof, we are telling our students, master the 3 literacies, integrate them. But there is something for you guys, and let me remind you of that one more time. When some of you, and when I went to school, people told me with a BA degree or a BS degree, you're set for life. Now, the situation has changed. Why has it changed? Because machines are getting smarter, and they will get smarter and smarter, so they will displace jobs, but create new jobs. That means that we constantly need to re-educate ourselves, and that's the future. Lifelong learning is with us. But lifelong learning is going to be different, because you won't have the time, once you're in the workplace, to go back to the university and spend 2 years. We have to go to you. The university has to go to you. And we have to do it based on your time, based on your need. So we cannot tell you, come and spend, even if we have a campus in Seattle or Silicon Valley or Charlotte or Toronto or soon in Europe and in Asia. We're not going to tell you, come and spend 2 years there. We're going to tell you, come and start with a certificate based on your time, based on your needs. You want to go further, we will be here for you. So what you have to keep in mind is that universities have to integrate lifelong learning, and that's what we have been doing. That's why we have been building all these campuses, and that's why we talked about Networked for Life, the theme of this session. Networked for Life is that you are going to be a Husky for the rest of your life. The university is going to be with you wherever you are, virtually and physically. And that's the new reality. The age of artificial intelligence is going to require that we all become robot-proof, and that's the job, the mission, the responsibility of the university. So this book is explaining that in much more detail, and that's what we have done.
Okay, so I want to hone in a little bit on, I heard you say humanics, right? So how does it help us become robot-proof, as you put it, if you don't mind honing in on that a little bit?
The idea is very simple. There are attributes specific to the human beings that robots cannot master. And I mentioned that, creativity, the entrepreneurship, empathy, ethical aspects. After Harvey or Katrina, we have many examples in our community and other communities where our students, our faculty, our staff went and worked there, got engaged. It was moving, but also it was a way of giving back. A robot doesn't have this empathy. A robot doesn't feel the need to change the world. If you face a dictatorship somewhere, a robot doesn't feel the need to change it. That's part of the human attributes. And so what we are working with our students on is precisely to understand machines, to understand their products, to understand what they are doing, but to go beyond and to navigate the human aspects. Now, if you tell me that's too lofty, no. We constantly survey companies, organizations, government agencies worldwide. We have 3,000 companies we work with. We survey them constantly. And we tell them, what kind of talent do you want? The answer is very simple. They say, skills are not enough. We want people who can be entrepreneurial, who can be creative, who can be leaders, who can work with others. That's humanics.
Mm-hmm. And I hear you talk about, to me it sounds, because I'm in tech and I always hear the term like, oh, there's a skills gap. There's a skills gap. So how do we make sure that people are prepared and that companies that we work with, even that Northeastern pairs students up with for co-op, how do we make sure that we're training people for the right skills and the right jobs?
Look, I have to tell you something, that many of the jobs that you are going to face in your life are not here yet. Therefore, lifelong learning is essential. And more importantly, it's the ability, you have to have the ability to learn wherever you are. So what do you want to say, Kari?
I wanted to say that this entire concept seeps down right to the professor level. And as you're speaking, I'm recalling the things that my professors say to us in class to be passionate about solving the problems in the world. And I can't tell you how many times he said this: don't be a computer, don't be a computer, don't be a computer, because computers are replaceable. And if you solve problems creatively, you're never going to be replaced by a robot.
That's a great point. If we compete with computers, they will beat us. And there are domains where they cannot beat us. And those are the aspects. So, so to answer your question, how do we prepare for the jobs of the future? By precisely honing on the humanics aspect and being ready to have lifelong learning. And that's what you are doing. And the best way to do it, frankly, is through co-op and experiential education, because you said, through co-op, I understand what I'm good at, but also what I want to do and what I don't want to do. And that's essential. So it's a lifelong journey, and the university will be with you forever.
Yeah, so that's encouraging to hear, actually, as the way you say your professor actually is weaving that idea already in. Are there other examples as to the extent, at Northeastern, of how we're implementing this type of robot-proof curriculum over here? So yeah. I'm about 5 years out, so I'm very curious to hear what
You're a senior now. You're a senior alumna.
I know.
Look, we built all together, the whole community, faculty, staff, students, alumni, trustees, a new academic plan, Northeastern 2025. And the whole academic plan is based on that, on how to become robot-proof throughout life. So I invite you to read it. If you have more time, especially before going to bed, you can read robot-proof. But that's what we're doing.
Awesome, awesome. I don't know, Carly, anybody else on the panel, do we have questions?
And I have questions for you guys.
Oh.
So go ahead. If you have questions, ask me, and then I'll ask you.
I have no specific questions. I'm excited to read it.
So how come you don't know each other?
It's a big school.
Big school? No, you don't know each other. You don't know your sibling.
Still a big school.
Still a big school. I like it. I like that. So you are going to go into robotics, into SpaceX, and you had a choice. You worked on the Hyperloop. We came you all know about the competition, the Hyperloop competition. Why don't you mention that first?
So the Hyperloop is like a fifth mode of transportation. It's a high-speed train that runs on air skates, like an upside-down air hockey table, inside of a vacuum tube, and it's capable of going like 600 miles an hour. So you could get from LA to San Francisco in 30 minutes. It's really exciting technology, and there's a group of students on campus competing in SpaceX's competition.
So you said, a choice between Google and SpaceX. That's not bad. So explain to me two things. Why were you selected for these positions? What made you win this competition?
So it's a hard metric, but it's definitely a combination of all of the things that you learn here. Every time you go through really a strengthening process of going to co-op, meeting new people, the learning curve associated with each new company, the skill sets, like you get thrown in an industry and you just absorb everything. When you do that a couple times at 22, you're at a different level. And companies who need you to work fast and innovate, they recognize that. I've heard it 1,000 times. We love Northeastern students. We know how to work, and it's kind of just that simple.
So innovation is key. That's humanics. You compete with a machine, you lose. And a machine is not going to innovate, and a machine is not going to create. Kevin, growing up with your sister.
Yes. Oh, no.
Okay. Was she nice to you? Did you fight a lot?
Whoa.
You can lie.
Yes.
Okay.
Since I can lie,
the parents are watching,
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carly is a pusher.
Pusher. Yes. And what about you?
I like to strive to be a pusher.
So she thinks that you take it easy.
No, I don't
No.
think she thinks that, actually.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. I think she thinks I'm on the come up.
Ah, okay.
Little diamond in the rough.
Okay, a work in progress.
Yes, I haven't hit my stride yet.
So that's good. You have plenty of time. You have a lifetime for that.
Yes.
Guys from Belgium to here.
He's had his stride already.
So when you announced to your parents that you'll be coming to Northeastern, what did they say?
They're very supportive. You know, they've always said education comes first, and our older sister, as I mentioned earlier, was already here, and she absolutely loved it, and so she was very happy to see that, you know, we were taking that leap as well, and going towards something that they were certain we were gonna love as well.
So essentially, you know, there were two steps. The first is that United States she already bridged this gap, and the second is Northeastern. Why did you choose Northeastern based on that? Didn't you feel the need? Okay, if she's there, I should go elsewhere.
I didn't really necessarily judge it that much on whether my siblings were here or not. I just liked the school itself. And I think I picked it because I knew the most about it because they were here. So I didn't really, no offense, I didn't really worry that they were here or not, but I just knew so much about it because of them, so that's why I came here.
And many students, you know, international and domestic students tell me, for instance, when they apply, the fact that the place is very diverse, you know, and international has been a big factor. Has it been a factor for you too?
100%.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, the majority of all my closest friends are from all over the world, and it was a big step to help me find my place in the school, and also just, you know, to learn new things as well and just really feel adapted.
And you know, when I came to the United States as an international student, as I never left, but I had to adapt, and adaptation was not easy. What was difficult for you there?
What was difficult?
A lot of things. I mean, a lot of things are difficult. You know, it's just the feeling of not being at home, the feeling of all the food is different. You know, everything around you, just the smells, just everything. The senses is different.
Just little details that just add up to one big thing. It's just a big change.
Exactly.
The time difference and everything back home, you have to get used to that and everything.
But didn't you face that also in Australia?
Yeah, I did. It was a little less though, because Australia is a little like our cousin, you know, on the other side of the world.
Crazy cousin.
Yeah, it was a little different. You know, they
so
have.
What was the most surprising to you there?
Vegemite.
Ah.
I don't know how they do it.
Do you still eat it?
No.
No.
I didn't even bring it home. I spared everyone that pain.
So you see, that's another example of the cultural agility, is to be able to work, live, and thrive in different societies, different cultures. That, you know, prepares you for life. Another aspect that when we talk to our employers, they say, look, it used to be the case that the competition is national. It is no longer national. When we look at talent, we are looking at talent worldwide. Right. And we're going to pick the best talent wherever they are, whether they're in Hong Kong or in Cape Town or in Kenya, it doesn't matter. We are going for that. And therefore, you know, those of us, namely our students, who have this edge with cultural agility can thrive in this global environment, because another thing they tell us, that you may start in Los Angeles and end up in Asia.
I traveled to Taiwan for my last job, and it was very interesting to actually see what it means to like work across seas, and the importance of your ability to like technically communicate across email, because your thing is being made very far away from you. It's very important.
So you see humanics in action. That's the point. Now, guys, what about you here? If you project, no one knows the answer. 10 years from now, what do you think you'll be doing? And we're recording everything today.
Yeah. Ooh. That's tough. That's a long way from now, but I don't know. I think I would envision myself living in Boston still. Probably I would hope to work in like the aerospace, automotive maybe industry. I think that'd be really cool. Like a Tesla or like a Boeing would be something that I would look at. I mean, obviously it's not that easy, but I think I'm on a good track, and I think like if I do all my co-ops like the way I should be positioned very well to try.
Let me mention something. If you want to work with Tesla or Boeing, you can't stay in Boston.
Yeah.
You have to go elsewhere.
Yeah.
You have to go to Seattle.
Maybe they'll move or something.
Maybe you'll bring them here.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a good approach.
Exactly.
What about you?
I definitely want to be entrepreneurial, so whether that's 10 years from now or 5 years from now or something, I'm just trying to gain as much skills as I can and then figure out what I can do to bring something new to the market, whatever market it's going to be. So.
Are you part of IDEA?
I'm not right now.
Okay.
No.
Do you all know what IDEA is?
Okay. Generate.
Who is part of IDEA?
So we're part of Mosaic. So like
Mosaic.
Mosaic's like the umbrella for all entrepreneurial activities, and then underneath that umbrella there are little smaller groups. Like Generate is the makers. They take on clients and make products for them, whereas IDEA, you can like launch your own business startup and they will give you money from the school to help your startup like take place while you're still a student. And then there's another one, Scout, and they do like a lot of app design.
Yeah. So you see, the whole idea about creativity and entrepreneurship is you don't teach it. You know, you have courses in that, but that's not enough. You have to practice it. And so IDEA is a student-run accelerator. Scout is like that. The students come together. They build, you know, a business plan, whether it's a for-profit startup or a not-for-profit. Then they receive seed money from the university, and then afterwards they invite venture capitalists to help them. They make the pitch in front of them. If the venture capitalists buy into that, they invest, whether it's for social entrepreneurship or for profit. Now, we like that very much because if you think that IDEA or Scout are for students specializing in business or arts, media, and design for Scout, it's not the case. It's university-wide, and for IDEA, half the students are from outside the Damore McKim School, and they work together on that. So the students in business, in engineering, in computer science, in arts, in humanities, form their own startup. And then we like it because we want them to succeed, but also when they fail, that's also part of the learning. When you fail, you learn why you failed, and you start again, and you hone it, and you bring others. So we like that very much, and this is extremely vibrant here. Over the last 3 years, over 200 startups were launched, and that's wonderful. I'm jealous of them. I'm really jealous of that, and that's the beauty of what we have. Why? You said that you turned down a job. Why?
So it was this week. It was a long discussions with a lot of different people that I had, but I ultimately, the place that I work now on co-op, it was really nice because I was going to mention this, I forgot to, but like with the legacy that you have with co-op, the company I work at now, they've had a lot of co-ops that now work there. So one of my managers was a co-op, and I was able to have a conversation with her, or used to be a co-op. She graduated, I think, 3 years ago. And I was able to have a conversation with her and ask her pretty much point blank, what do my chances look like for continuing here after school? And they keep people on as contractors for when I'll be back next semester. So, you know, she gave me a good sign, and she didn't give me an offer then, but it was really nice to see that confidence from her.
So essentially what you did, you said, this is what I want, and you said no to the other.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So now we have 30 seconds, and each one of you has 5 seconds. If you want to give an advice to everybody here, what will it be? Who wants to start?
I can go first. Just go for it. You know, when you get here, just go for it. Don't hide in your corner. Just go out, meet people, and take in every experience that you can actually take.
Get involved. Get involved in as many things as you can.
Be open-minded to everyone around you and everything around you.
Yeah, I would echo just get involved. Just find your niche and like meet people you like and have a good time.
Yeah, just do as much as you can. And learning that you don't like something is almost more important than learning you like something.
Be accountable for your time. when you're applying for co-ops, all they care about is you put your time towards something valuable, whether it be grades or activities.
I have a piece of advice for you. Get to know your sibling. Thank you, Binja. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. This is great, guys.
I love it.
This is great. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys see why he's one of my favorite people, right? So we have learned so much today, and I fully appreciate you guys taking the time to meet us, get to know our siblings a little bit more, get to hear more about President Aoun and his book. And yeah, I think one last thing before we leave, you have to always take a selfie with the president, wherever you are. It should be on your NU bucket list. So what I'm gonna do is I'm taking a selfie on all of your behalf. So I'll have you guys in the back. If you guys don't mind standing, I'll have you guys behind us.
Okay, let's all do it.
Let's all do it.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
See if we can do it.
Let's do it.
Can we do it?
Ange, are we in?
All right. I think oh, we got a good number here. I think we'll beat Ellen, guys. Awesome.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Was I?